what is like a piece of advice that you would give somebody who's on the journey of starting their own coaching business right now?
Yeah, well, I think that the best way to start working on your coaching business is work on you, work on your coaching, and then work on your business. So first, who are you? Who do you want to be? I think that it's so important to have alignment. It's not that you have to change who you are to have a coaching business, but you need to honor who you are and be in alignment with that. And so I think just processing through values, future self, different things like that. So take the journey of coach training essentially, but bring up those things and work on those things. And then your coaching skills. There's coaching sells coaching. I've been in coaching. So it'll be a decade officially next year. But before that, I was, learning everything I could on my own before I officially started any coach training. And I was a client for 3 years. But just working on your coaching skills and being confident in that and like being able to trust the process, trust the client, you're going to have this confidence in yourself that you can't have apart from trusting the process and trusting the client. So you need practice. You need to work on your coaching, get feedback on your coaching. And then think about the business is like, it's you plus all your coaching skills and abilities, all the tools you've learned, and then you're putting it out there in the world. But do you really want to put something out there that isn't something you're confident in, that you trust? And you need to trust who you are. And so when you put those together, then that's the best place to start. And I know a big thing too is boundaries with a business, and just knowing like, yes, you might be bringing you into it, but you are still not what you do. Like, and so still having that, that's why I think another reason why it's like so important just to remember who you are. Because I know for a time when I was a new coach, so like I said, it's like feels so much part of who I am already, but my business, it needs to be separate so I can make business decisions. And it's just important to keep that in mind.
That's really good. I think all of that is awesome. I kind of mentioned this before, like last year, this for a coach to, I'm talking about knowing who they are and understanding like their worth and their value as a coach and what they bring uniquely as a coach themselves. And it can be so easy to get into this comparison. We do that everywhere, right? But it's also very like, it's at our fingertips with social media, all these things. So we see all these coaches doing these things, and it can be so easy to try to replicate what somebody else is doing. And there might be things where we don't need to reinvent the wheel, and it could be great. We could see something and someone would be like, whoa, that does resonate with me. But also like really taking into consideration, like, what do you uniquely offer as a coach and as a person? And if it's on the same, it's in the same niche or with somebody else, that's okay. There's not a competition. Like, be you and do you in it, and you will attract the right clients. And so being authentic in your coaching is going to be really important. It's going to help propel the coaching business because people will be drawn to that authenticity and that confidence of you knowing yourself as a coach. And so I think like we were talking about like being curious about yourself as a coach and asking yourself these questions and having your own coach. So those things like are really, really important in us being on that journey of discovery. And as a coach, like that's never ending for us too. Like there's always growing and learning, and there might be some evolution in the kind of coaching that we do and who we are as a coach or what we bring to it. And so to constantly be curious so that we can continuously show up as our most authentic self as a coach with others. So I love that, Hannah. It's super cool. And I think it's just, there's so many people who need what you're doing, like that need what coaches are doing. And there will be people that will resonate and will connect. And we need coaches. And there's like, so many people in the world that need a coach that there's not a competition or a lack of people or opportunities out there. There is a ton of opportunities. So yeah, I'm going to go on a whole tangent there. Someone stop myself.
Yeah. Well, and speaking of like finding your unique process, a really cool exercise that people can do that's it's kind of funny to start with, but it really does work. So think about if I was going to tell you to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Like it's pretty straightforward. Oh, grab the peanut butter, grab the jelly, grab the bread, put it together, eat it. Like that's we don't take into account all the pieces. When you think about your coaching process, imagine you're teaching an alien how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You're thinking like, oh, you have to turn the jar this way. You grab this certain like metal. It looks like a you're gonna stick it in the jar. You're gonna lift it up. You're gonna, open the bread, unwrap the wrap. There's so many different steps we don't take because we're in the process. So step out of the process and how you like explain detail to someone, and you'll find what you're doing that's unique that you might not even see yet.
That's really good. I remember in that activity in elementary school. I was teaching how to make brownies, and we had to like do the instructions, and somebody we would bring like everything to the class, and then somebody in class we have to read the instructions to them and have them do it, and we see like the gaps and stuff like that. And I remember doing stuff like that. But also like I love that having thought about that since, and I think that's really a